and we can start in next 2 or 3 minutes. We can wait several minutes. Somebody will enjoy us too. One more check, you can hear me? It's okay with my connection?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So if you agree, we can start. Hello to everyone. My name is Sasha Chikrlia. I'm a full professor from Bosnia and Herzegovina, University FINRA from Tuzla, and my PhD is based on the human management, human sustainable management, and corporate social responsibility. So I think I have enough skills and enough things to tell you about these lessons today. English is not my first language, of course. Spanish is my first love, but I think it will be good with my English today to understand each other. And if you agree to tell you how I would like to organize this lecture. We can do first 45, 50 minutes and make one short break around 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, in the right time to be here again and to continue with the other part. Is that good for you?
That's fine.
That's
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All
it's
agree.
fine.
No problem.
Thank you very much. I will share my presentation. In every moment, you can handle to me. You can stop me with some question, or my suggestion is to write your question on the inbox space. And it's okay to make discuss after first part, at the end, or during the lessons. Whatever you want, it's up to you. So today, can you see it, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are talking about sustainable future today and green entrepreneurship and innovation with accent on the word, on the terms green and innovation. Sustainable future, every day we can hear a lot about future, what's the future and what's between future and futures. Future is day after today, day after tomorrow, day after next century, but futures is ideology. When we are talking about sustainable ideas, a world in how we imagine the world and the society in next 100 year, then in next 10 year, I suggest to use a term futures. At the end, I will give you some five questions to think about that. And one of them can be what's the difference between future and futures based on sustainable agenda and our framework for future. But let's start slide by slide. For introduction, we can hear green economy every day. Situation in practice is worse and worse, but the story is greener and greener every day. So what do we do bad? For the beginning, sustainable future, we can say that require balancing economy growth with environmental protection, about resource conservation, based on the resource conservation. We have limit, very strictly and very clear limits about our resources and how to organize some balance. It's not easy to stand in front of the mirror and look to yourself and talking about balance with yourself for the beginning. What to eat? Do I need go to gym? When do I need start to learn? It's not easy to make a deal with yourself. So it's not easy to make balancing with the big corporates, society, your neighborhoods, but we need to start to organize and to write rules and to put that rules into our agenda, into our real life and our practice life, to follow that rules, to catch the green economy one day. For example, for the beginning, when the future starts, that's the question for philosophists, for some other faculties, not for economy. But when future real starts, it already has started. But when it has started, long time ago, we made first errors, first mistake, long time ago. And today, we're still living the consequences of that mistakes. So, at the beginning, I will give you some framework. What I think it's the most important thing, not to learn by heart, but to think about that, to use it as philosophy, how to approach to green economy. So if I need to give you 5 questions, it will be, why is it important for people and nature to work together? When we are talking about balance from the previous slides. What simple action can we take to make our future more sustainable? What is enough sustainable? What does it mean more sustainable? How do you understand the idea of sustainability? Is that philosophy? Is that real? Is that some kind of utopia? What do you think? How would you describe the billiard theory of green business? I organized one theory, so I'm free to describe you my theory about green business. You will see that during this lecture. And for the end, how can IT innovations help green business? It's a big resource to help and to push up green business. But do we use it enough? What can we do more to eliminate the carbon dioxide footprint and some other things? So at the end of today's lecture, we will back to these 5 questions, and if you find it can be useful, you can write some moments during this lecture to improve your answers for these questions. Okay? Can you go next? Okay, you catch these 5. We can go next. Thank you. So, small businesses, middle businesses, and what is green small businesses entrepreneurship? So it's focused on eco-friendly solution and sustainability, but there is no the same, the 100% same situation about ecology environment and society environment in Indonesia, in Bosnia and Herzegovina, in New York City, Manhattan, in Belgrade, in Istanbul, in Kiev, whatever. So we have different landscapes, different rules, and different IT and technicians level for protect our environment, or it's not exists, and we do not protect them in enough measure. So we need to be focused on eco-friendly solutions and sustainability. You know, today we have ISG standards, and in the future you will be obligated to organize ISG standards for your company as important as your business plan. If you go to bank to ask for credit, to ask for some money to invest in whatever, in the next 5 or 10 years, rule will change. And the bank will ask you for ESG, ISG standards. First or second, maybe the third sentence needs to be, our company is 100% focused on eco-friendly solutions and sustainability. And your vision, your mission, based on that sentence. So that's guide for your all duties. We have some. So sustainability is, how to describe sustainability? What does this consist of? Does anybody have idea how to describe or make a formula in a short sentence with 5 or 6 words? What is sustainability? The easiest way of definition. Anybody want to try?
Well, it's not really an explanation of sustainability, but more like a synonym, because it's basically something that is manageable, something that is basically consistent in providing us opportunities for example, like once again, when we're talking about energy, the supply of energy that we can utilize in a given situation. And it's supposed to be manageable and something that is enough to fulfill a certain quota, but at the same time isn't exerting like to the point of utilizing everything up, because at that point it's not sustainable. We don't have an infinite resource of something. So that is sort of the synonymous understanding of sustainability from my point of view.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Radislav. Thank you very much for this interaction on the beginning. We always push in the first line the resource, the nature, and it's correct. It's very good. But where are the humans? Where are the people?
We are the consumers. We are the most important part of the system. Of course we are. Yes.
Yes, it's Monty Python's answer, and that's very good. Thank you. But
yes,
let's see the next for anybody else, maybe. Okay, let's see. I felt too big to organize one formula for sustainability, and this is MF multiplied by CP minus MP. What does it mean? MF, future memories. So what do you think about this term, future memories? All of us would like to paint the picture, the picture of yourself, and we would like that our grandsons, granddaughters stand in front of that picture and think about their grandma, granddad, about society and decision makers 100 years ago, 200 years ago, and to think about us in positive and tell for us, yeah, they really had a vision how to protect the nature. So that's the based philosophy. I organized the term future memories. And I think that is good for the first factor, and then the future memories are our protection, our ideals, our ideas. The next factor is CP, present choice. What do we do now? Are we in right, or we are wrong in whatever we do? We do good or we do bad about human resource, about society, about ecology, about whatever. And MP is past mistakes. Nothing begins now. We always do turn back to look into the car mirrors and to see what's going on in traffic behind us. You agree? So you can think about that. And please, during the lecture, tell me your impressions in a sentence, a short sentence. What do you think about this philosophy? I cannot tell you this is the only right formula in the world. This is sustainability. But this is how I see that as a philosophy to push you up, to help you to approach on the philosophy field of sustainability, to include human resource, humans, more than they are really inside today, okay? And the next slide has some formula, future memories. We made factories, we made coal factories, whatever, but do we have enough sun today? Do we have enough fresh air today? No, but we need to get it more fresh air, more fresher tomorrow. Let's do it. Let's start today. Not day after tomorrow, not tomorrow, but let's start think what can we do today, okay? So that formula is one of the question, what do you think about sustainability philosophy from the previous slide? Okay? I'm sure that a lot of you know a lot about TBL philosophy, triple bottom line, but some of you are from the IT study programs, engineer study programs, not for economy, ecology, and the TBL triple bottom line philosophy is too strange for them. So what's the main reason to start our own business? To get some money, to pay the bills, to buy, eat, to pay rent, apartment, whatever. Okay. In some moment, after 1 or 2 years, maybe 3, we have more money than we need for life. Okay? And the normal is, where is that money comes from? From the society. And it's normal that society expects to give them some part of that money back. And from this first point, a first idea we are opening, we start with our small business to get enough money for life, to move into 2 points, to give some profit back to the society or to ecology. And we close that triangle. So that is the TBL philosophy. If you have really more than you need, God blessed you, God looked you, so turn around yourself and look anybody else maybe need your help. Money, some school for the new balls, new t-shirts, sport t-shirts, some hospital needs some instruments, equipment, whatever. Help somebody, but in institutional way. Make an agenda and, of course, at the same time, use that for your image, but not more image that you really do. Okay? So in short, that TBL philosophy to understand the next moments. In the next slides, I will give you more about triple bottom line. So if you are interested in, you can list this presentation in the next period, but let's make some overview about explained for policymakers and business leaders. I already gave you one sentence for your ISG and vision and mission for your green business. Triple bottom line can be one of the short segments of your mission if you want to use innovations on the field to grow up your green business. So we have a holistic approach to sustainability. Now our storytelling growing up, it can be by holistic approach to sustainability, and we need to organize balancing our profit, to think about people and to think about planet. When we are talking about TBL philosophy, at the same time, we are using the one synonym. It's 3P: people, planet, and profit. That's why we need to include people in philosophy of sustainability. Don't you ever forget people, your workers, your human resource department. You will see that more in Billiard philosophy. Okay? The social dimension are people. Everything we do is based on the people. Okay. We are humans. So we need to help our community to develop and to push our development of our community up. It's not normal that some community is on the same level of IT or whatever business, economy, market, whatever, 30 days after, they're on the same level as today, and its equivalent level of development as the 30 or 20 years ago. It's not normal. But if you turn around yourself, you can see a lot of municipalities, a lot of local community on the same or on the less level of development before 20, 30 years. Okay. I'm not talking about disasters, natural disasters, about wars, about hard moments in some communities, some countries, about aggressions, about killing. No. In the normal time, normal period, it's normal that community goes up and they are developing more and more. And we need that our employers feel well-being, to motivate to do that business, and at the same time to not feel guilty to do some dirty business, some bad things for future philosophy, for futures. Okay, so let's go back to the first or second sentence. We do good things today. We are not doing dark business. We think about futures. When you say futures, it's philosophy that you are 100%. You have 100% clear picture. How does it look like in your mind, and how it will be in next period you imagine. The philosophies of futures. Second P, planet, the environmental dimensions. So our resources are no limits. The limits are very clearly, very plastic. They are in 3D format. We can touch it, and we have one big problem here when we do business about some kind of pollutions. Is that noise pollution, air pollution, waste pollution, whatever? We need to organize some plan, some agenda to push it through zero. It's not possible to organize zero waste, zero pollution, but in our philosophy, we are obligated to think about that and to try to make less and less pollutions at the output of our business, because first output of our business is our profit. Okay, so profit going up, but what about pollution? Is that equivalent directly or opposite equivalent? It depends on the many things, but we need to think about that. And it's normal to say for your business, for yourself, I know I produced a lot of pollution last year, the last 10 years, but I did a lot of in practice to help my community to eliminate some consequences, maybe all consequences, but maybe some consequences. And we need to, it's very important to think about circular economy. In the TBL, we have 3 Ps, 3 Ps, and here in circular economy, we have 3 R, reuse, repair, and recycling. And the recycling is the biggest space what to do with a lot of pollutions as the outputs of our doing business. Okay, can we go next? I think all of you knows a lot about profits. It's very important economic dimensions, but it's normal. The profit is the point, the mark when everything starts. After that, if we have enough profits, we can talk about the other things. But if there is no profit, there is no action, and profit is not our enemy. Don't make a story in the other angle. Don't why to think that profit is something bad. No, profit is a very good thing. Profit is excellent, but where is enough, and what to do in the moments when we have a lot of profits? To close our eyes No, to turn around yourself and to remember once again, God blessed me, God watched me. Who is the next? I can bless him and help him. Okay, so you can organize your strategic framework about TBL. And my suggestion is to think about TBL strategic framework for your business plan and for your ISG documents. Okay. In practice, for the end about TBL, it's very important to think about green supply chains, how to optimizing our logistic and sourcing for minimal environment impact. So we have a lot of outputs, but let them organize by minimal environmental impact. Renewable energy, we need to think what can we do on the field on innovation and invest our money to using green energy sources. We need to find the right place for the ethics. CSR programs. CSR means corporate social responsibility, but we are talking here. We are talking about small and middle businesses. So let's eliminate this C. Let's talk about social and responsibility, not corporate. It can push us to some other philosophies. And I already mentioned the problems with waste and what can we do about reduction the lot of waste to organize our business to minimize waste generation and promoting recycling efforts. So please try to think about 3P and the 3R at the same time. The core principles is environmental responsibility for some kind of conclusions, core principles, circular economy, social responsibility, and to think about innovations. A lot of people think that innovation, any kind of innovation, needs money. I'm not sure. Do you agree with this sentence, with this, what I said, that innovation don't need money in each occasion? We can do some. Yes, please.
Yes, I do agree with you, Professor.
Yes.
Can you tell me some examples that we don't need any money for some innovation?
For example, the, let's say, discovery of penicillin was made without money. It was made surprisingly by mistake, which is an innovation for antibiotics. And also innovation is a lot of times some ideas we get and we try them out in a little small trial, which usually doesn't need extra money or is part of something we are already doing.
Okay, anybody else?
Even when you start using something that you already have in a different way, you are innovating the way you use it. It doesn't cost anything. It's just the creativity of your mind that is applied to what is in your environment.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very, very, very nice moments. I will share one interesting moments by Starbucks, and it's a good example for this part of story. All of you heard for Starbucks, you know, that's the chain of the cafeterias from the United States. When I asked the somebody and Rotislav answered about philosophy, we didn't include humans, and we can think about innovations from the two angles, from the angle of the price and from the angle, do our customers ready to be part of innovation, to get more or to pay less? And Starbucks organized the next action. If you have your own spoon for coffee, we will product less waste, plastic or paper waste. And if you use your own coffee, we can give you discount 10%, 20%, 30%. And it was excellent moment. Hundreds and hundreds, thousands and thousands people enjoyed the action in first 2 months. And when you enter in Starbucks today, they can see a lot of people with their own spoon. But today, in practice, it looks different. Today, Profit made new rules. It's not good. It's against their philosophy of sustainability from the beginning. I will not pay less with my own spoon. Why? The management of the chain are 100% think that people already live with enough moments of sustainability philosophy, and they not expect less to pay less. They are they think they are obligated to do whatever they can best do to protect the environment, and that's not correct. The idea from beginning was excellent. It's good for them, for their image. It's good for me. It's good for society, and it's good for environment. But why is the same price today for me with my own spoon and for Martina, for example, or Isidora or Rotislav, if they have, if they don't have their own spoon? Okay. And we need to think, what can we do on the field of innovation based on our customers, what they are ready to do for that idea, and don't think people don't care. People always care, but people needs idea, need very clear formulas, and people need initiative. Leaders, the first step, and the point mark, and to give them in your philosophy to give them results in numbers. If we sell 1 million spoons of coffee in the West Europe in next 5 months, the graph will looks like this. This is today's waste, and in next 5 months it will be more or less. People want to see effect. If you are ready to buy a solar panel for your home, you need to see the plastic diagrams and the numbers. What will you pay less than today? Okay? So, sustainability has one important factor, element, it's environmental responsibility about our society, about ecology, to reducing pollution, emission, and waste. So sustainability is bigger space than environmental responsibility. And we need to talk about objectives. What we can how to say, put in the middle as the main objective. Somebody can say that's less waste. Somebody can say more to the responsibility actions, to the corporate social responsibility action. Somebody will put the customers to pay less as your main objective, whatever, but you need to make a list of 2 or 3 objectives. It's not good. It's not well done if you list 10 objectives. You are not in capacity. You are not NGO to do only environmental responsibilities and get the budget and do that list of the 10 goals. Please use 2, 3, or maybe 4 goals in your green business action. Think about that. If you have more than 3 or 5, it's a very big question. It can be open issue. Do you have enough capacities? Don't make enemy of your own business. Don't be an enemy of your own business, wherefrom you get profit. Okay? 2 or 3 objectives about green philosophy is enough. Circular economy. Our philosophy, if we want to do a green business, we need to think about how to organize one cycle about economies. Can we reuse anything? Can we recycle? And what of products or outputs we can reduce? To be honest, every business, it's not business. This formula cannot be used in every business. But if you are a factory, if you produce new value, you can use minimum 2 of these 3 elements. And now, before the short break, I would like to give you some introduction about my Billiard theory of sustainable development. Of the beginning, I asked you for sustainability. How do you feel that term? And everybody usually talk about resources, naturals, but we need to include the human beings in this to society. And everybody already played billiard in your life. Agree? Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever. With big or small table, whatever, we have 6 holes. Okay. And on the left side, we have gum martinellas. You understand martinellas? Thank you. And on the right side, you have another martinellas. And when we push the ball, it needs to drive from resources to humans and to back. The same rules as the Newton's formula in physics. Okay? And if we push too much in one martinellas, we will break it in one moment. And we need it strong to get the ball back of our field. So maybe God knows which side, which martinellas will be broken the first. But if the nature is the first, the humans are in the same problem. And on the other side, if the humans right of martinellas broke, the natural have more chance to grow up, but the nature is in the same problem. I will give you more in next slides after the short break. It's 45 minutes from the beginning, but first of all, I will use the 1 or 2 minutes to ask you, do you have anything to say, any comments, any questions?
I will say that the system that we are discussing is quite complex, and it is very interesting to see like a more detailed perspective that incorporates like all sides of our natural communication with the natural world, because human beings are still irremovable from nature. We are still a natural element ourselves, so it is kind of a balancing act between the needs of society and the natural resources and natural state of things. So I feel like it's a very interesting presentation, and I look forward to seeing the model which you are describing uh, further. So yes.
Thank you very much. Anybody else?
Yeah, I wanted to discuss that statement that you gave us, like you don't need any funds or money for innovation, but what we gonna do if you want, for example, to implement it without money? You can't even do anything with that innovation, just share to everyone.
Of course, we need money for the bigger steps, but to start to think, my point was we can think about that and we can start without money with the first small step. Of course,
Ah, you meant that. Okay, so yeah,
yeah, of
I
course.
don't know.
We
About
only
philosophy,
need money for mass implementation. Yes, I agree with that, but not with
but
creation.
for the beginning, for the opening mind to start our philosophies and to approach with that philosophies to the customer, we can start with the small steps. Anybody else? Okay, thank you very much. Now on my watch it's 10 to 11. Please be here at 11 and we will continue. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep, that's all
Yes,
right.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies and
Uh,
gentlemen. Thank
I'll come back in a bit.
See you
thank
in a
you.
bit.
Okay, can we start? Everybody back?
Yes.
Of course, we can get back.
Hello.
Thank you.
Welcome
Lot
back.
of I can see a lot of likes, so it means go on. Okay. So the billiard theory of green business. Once again, I felt so big. Of course, I'm a small man, but I felt small, too big to be brave to organize this theory, this approach, with the next parameters. The main idea is one Martinella, one side of the table is nature, and another side, another Martinella, is human society. Green business is the white ball, the small ball, the main ball in billiard, you already know, and the pocket or the hole, one of the six, is the sustainable future, the ultimate goal. So we need Martinella in good condition. We need another Martinella, so the nature and the society. We need the ball, the coordinate, and in that combination, we can hit the ultimate goal to put our ball into pocket, which means sustainable future. The first principle is important of balance. We need clean nature for the beginning, and nature needs responsible activities by us. So nature needs responsible human actions. If our actions, human actions, are not responsible, nature is in big problem. It's not clean. And if it's not clean, it cannot be green. Without this balance, the ball of green business cannot move correctly to the goal. The next principle, renewable green resources. When we are turn around ourselves, we can see the water, the sun energy, the forests, and good green business insurance. We need to take care about all of elements around us, and we can protect or we can invest to have some problem with the connection, and it's good to put the ball in the right direction, moving in a clean direction. The next is interdependence. Nature can be weak, and the green business cannot grow. If we ignore the rules from the beginning of this lecture, economy loses directions, and the strong green businesses, both sides have benefits, a lot of benefits. If we have green strong rules and made our business green strong. And the last principle is about cooperation. Cooperation is the key term here. Taking too much from nature leads to pollution and crisis. If we take too much from our society, our municipalities, we will back a lot of pollution of the same area. Stopping development completely harms society and the economy. Do we need to stop our development, and what is the right form? We can discuss. but we need to think about that. And the best way is the middle way. Leads to environmental damage, hinders social progress, and ensures stabilities and progress. Sorry? Dude, can you hear me?
Sorry.
Sorry, can you hear me?
That was probably not intentional. So so yes.
Now it's okay.
Yes, we can hear you. Everything is okay.
Yeah, we can hear you
Okay.
now.
So all we want to have a successful green future or futures, which means successful green, and it's only possible when people, nature, and green business work together. So the main goals is about Belair philosophy is to have successful green future and to do in coordination with nature, with people, to do our green business based on that agenda. If we have strong nature, our ecosystem is healthy. If we have strong society, we have responsible humans, and they are able to make the responsible human actions. And if you dream about green economy, green small business, the move safely towards to the goals, one or the more goals. Innovation. We told some things about already told about some things about innovation in the growing business, and it was a very good question. So I wasn't clear 100% when I told that you don't need the money for the first step. Of course, for big action, you need money to invest. We will see the field. What can we do? How to invest in innovation field? But let's make some explanation about that. What can we do for ourselves, for our business to be more green in future through the moments of investment and innovation. Green business innovation means to find the right model, how to transform our value and deliver it sustainably. How to drive new solution for some challenges for our environment, and how to define or redefine some operations in our business. Innovation in green businesses needs more knowledge, needs more skills, and needs to that we are believe that we can catch the better results. It depends on the business models, business goals, whatever, but we can do something if we have know-how, if we have knowledge, and if we defined our goals on the right way. We want to pay less for our invoices. We have to produce less waste. We have more money, and some part of that money we will back to our municipality, to our society, whatever, but to find some formula and to find some model. Where is the space to find that model? We can use the technological IT innovations and technological add-on to powering a green future. So the first moment is solar energy, the highly efficient photovoltaic cells and integrated solar solutions, electric vehicles, smart waste management system, and sustainable materials. I think 90% of the small businesses can organize the one line of their management triangle to think about smart waste management solution. You have a lot of companies in your countries, and they are in a good position to give you good advice what to do with your waste outputs. Of course, they do it for money, but they can suggest you to take your temperature, and if you make a conclusion that your temperature is very high, you are ill about your waste, they can organize your waste smart management system to be in the better position. Now we are in position that we are not obligated to know anything about waste management, what to do with our waste. That's enough to know that here exist some companies and the smart waste management system is their core business. Call them, ask for some advice, discuss about the costs, and make a contract or some agreement with them, and use the other practice case studies from the resource you can approach. Process innovation is very important. How to optimize our sustainability. Because of the innovation process, we need to put it in the focus on the re-engineering existing methods to minimize footprints, for example, ecological footprints. What does it mean, footprints? Every business, whatever we do, we make footprints. If we are going somewhere by plane, we will make a lot of footprints. But at the same time, if we are going somewhere by bicycle, the footprints will be more and more less than airplane. Of course, it's not open solution in every moment, but we can think about that, and we can calculate with a very clear and 100% right formulas how much footprints we produce with our every activities. If we are make a bread, if we are driving a car, and if we do anything, we make one telephone call, we produce footprints. And to minimize that footprints can be one of the three main goals in our green philosophy or our small business. Now you can see here the three next moments. Water conservation is a very important segment, and we need to know that already exists, and to think about advanced filtration, that reusing rainwater, and to think how to use the minimal water we need in some moments. And optimization by material, reducing the waste through the lean manufacturing, circular economy principles, and material reuse. We already told some things about this, but reuse is very, very, very important. We have different business models for innovation, for redefinition our value, the sharing economy, the green tourism, and the zero waste shops. Green tourism is more and more popular activity, but we need to know one important thing. The green tourism product is more expensive than normal tourism product. There are a lot of reasons about that. It's not time and place to discuss it at all. But if you think green, and if you really want to use green tourism product, we need to be ready to pay more. But at the same time, we are expecting that that product we paid more is 100% green. There are a lot of fake green tourism products on the market. They are not green 50%, 100%, a lot of them, but they already exist and they have promotion like they are green tourism. But the main idea is promoting eco-friendly travel experiences that conserve that environment and support local communities. We have green tourism as the philosophy. We have ecotourism, village tourism, whatever, but it's including hiking, biking, bird watching, rafting, kayaking, whatever. And the bigger space for that philosophy, it's outdoor activities and adventure tourism. That's about green business in tourism. We really need to take care about sharing economy, reducing individual consumption. The consumption is today is Black Friday, isn't it? And to look ourselves in the mirror, do we really need all things we will buy today? Not as Sasha Chekerlia, not as Natalia, not as Maria, not as Jason, not as Julia, as someone. Do we really need all things we will buy today? Does anybody of you, please tell me, give me an answer, maybe has a plan what to find to do and what to buy for less money today? One or two things. Does anybody has a plan? Or we will go to the opposite side of the street, to the shopping malls, and buy everything we like it and we think it's good opportunity to buy it because it costs less than yesterday. I'm not sure, but this is century of consumption, and we buy more food than we need, more clothes than we need, and one of the green moments to make the footprint less at all in our society is to give products we don't need for free or for the last price. And the end of the season, at the end of the day, maybe we are bakery, and at the end of the day, we have a lot of breads, a lot of bakery products we didn't sell. What to do with that? Can we reduce it? Yes, some of them we can reduce, but some of them we can give for free or for 10%, 5% to our neighborhoods to help them not to prepare that by themselves, to care about their money and at the end of the whole chain, the footprint will be less and less in a small percent, but less. And if you put some kind of that activities, your ISG document will be more valid for bank, for institutions, for government, and for your society. Of course, all we know that good idea is to buy electric car, electric vehicle, electric Tesla, but it's too expensive. Still too expensive. The better way is organize our human resource department to discuss with our workers. Are they ready to use the city bus to buy tickets for themselves? What do they think about driving a bicycle? What do they think about go to gym? What can we buy of tickets or the membership for them? Do they feel better? And do they feel more green to do the right things more than the day before? That's open source questions. We need to think about that and maybe to improve our green approach. Maybe we are small business with a very small capacity to be green, but maybe we are green in the moments we are walking from our home to our place where we work, or using a city bus or using a bicycle, and that's our green philosophy. You know, the liberals in Glovo have more salaries and they get more money per hour if they use a bicycle than car. Have you heard for that?
No.
In our country, you will get more money if you get a bicycle, if you use bicycle, not a motor car. And that's some kind of space they have founded. They can say we are thinking about green in this field. We motivate our people to use bicycles, for example. Here we have a lot of challenges in green business. The main challenge is how to make good coordination and good action with our consumers. What do they think about our activities? Do they expect from us to be green? And can we organize the situation that our consumers, our customers can recognize the effect, to recognize effects of our green activities? Because they will find a lot of barriers, or maybe it will be not clear for them, and maybe they are expecting less money for the products, whatever. But the main challenge, I think one of the main challenge of many challenges is to good coordination and to have a good action with our customers, our consumers, to organize our activities that they can recognize all of things. In the beginning, in our initiatives for the innovations, we will have very high costs. That's the first step. In the next period, some will be good, some will be bad. Okay, about the managing with the whole process, but the next moment, the third step, consumer will meet our action, and that's the, let's say, moment of truth. They recognize that or they not recognize. And at the end, some finding barriers. It's open issue all the time when they find money. What about investor confidence? But okay, we need some strategy for success, to organize some kind of partnership with established companies. Whatever they do, they will reuse or reduce our waste, or invest some money as an investment fund, or give us some knowledge, some skills, how to do something, some technology integrations, and we at the same time we need to think about consumer education. We need to be ready to invest some time, some sources, some money to educate our customers. What do we do? Why is that important? And to be sure that they can recognize that in next period. On the horizon, future trend in green business. So future trend in green business based on small cities, integrated green tech and urban systemic, sustainable food, and renewables, adapting the clean energy. We can follow the smart city philosophies in cities. We already have business, and follow their instructions, and the follow what they are already do. A lot of cities give some money to support green business activities. We need to find the calls and to make some application to get the money from the local cities, local governments, or the state governments, whatever, or whatever, or the level, to get some money to be part of the smart cities policies. Amsterdam is a good example. Amsterdam gives a lot of millions every year to support the small business, one-man or two-man shows business, to think green, to implement some smart green strategies. Sustainable food is for another lecture. But the future of green business is marked by transformative trends that promise to redefine our urban landscape, energy sources, the food systems, and so on. We need to think how to integrate the different solutions. The green revolution already started 100 years ago. We have a lot of problems in the South America, in a lot of countries in Africa, and in the same time of our part of Europe, Southeast Europe, and we have a green revolution. What does it mean? We have more NGOs, formal or neformal groups or people who already stopped the big investors. They have a lot of plans to build the big systems against the nature, against the green rules, and they already stopped that. And that green revolution, at the same time, has a big actions like Greenpeace, and the small time we have small actors like we are, if we are ready to think how we can improve our business to think green. When you open this PowerPoint in the next moment, here you have one short video from YouTube page. Now we have no enough time to see it, but please think about that. I find that it consists a lot of elements we are talking about here. So innovation in green business is the third line in our mission, in our business model. And that's the process, that's the travel never stops. It's the cycle activities. We need innovation and innovation. And in our history, we had a lot of innovation in each moment, but the biggest innovation in last century and in the beginning of the 21st century, we can divide into two groups. The innovation which are green friendly and innovations against nature or innovation that are not green friendly or green unfriendly, whatever you want. We talked some sentences about electric vehicles, solar energies, smart waste system, just to organize some recapitulation, process of innovation, small business models, innovation, and the one of the big challenge is high costs. But once again, for the end of this lecture, let's think about that and let's start with the smart steps. Try to build partnerships, funding programs, apply for your local government, local cities programs, smart and green cities. Think about education and try to include your customers, your workers, and organize education to make them available, to recognize why it's so important to think green, to be green, and to take action in that philosophy of greens. What's the future trends? We can talk about that. What's the future trends? It's an open issue, okay? But maybe the most important thing to think about that is sustainable agriculture. Food will be very big problem, open issue in the next period. How to use green activities in sustainable agriculture, not to eat chemical meals. This area of Southeast Europe is in the better position than West countries, I think, because a lot of homes, a lot of houses, a lot of families already have their own part of the field, and we can produce enough food for ourselves. Some calculates made conclusions that the one field 10 by 10 meters, 100 square meters, it's enough to produce food for 5 families. It's really good number, really good information to think about that. And to think about that. What did we do in last period? How much money we spent for food? If we are going back to the formula of sustainability, future memories, but mistakes from the history. So that's the right moment to look ourselves in the mirror and to think, what did we do wrong yesterday about sustainable agriculture? Did we, in a situation to do more for our budget, for our footprints, and so on. You can see a lot of things here, and for the end, I would like to go back for the 5 questions from the beginning, if you agree, and to make conclusion. So at the beginning, I show you the 5 questions. We will talk about that. And please think about this in next period. Why is it important for people in nature to work together? I think that's very clear answer. Why is that important? What simple action we can take to make our future more sustainable? First of all, to think about sustainable future, to understand what does it mean sustainable, to already have future memories, how we imagine the ecosystem and our society in next 10 years, 50 years, whatever, and what we can do to make more brave somebody else to think green. How do you understand the idea of sustainability? How would you describe the billiard theory of green business? And how can IT innovations help our green business? And if we need to give some sentences for conclusion, we can use this, that green small businesses is care for sustainable global future. Future consists of millions and millions decisions. I will make 10 decisions today, maybe 1, maybe 10, maybe 100 in next year. But does it include green and sustainable impact of my decisions? Green businesses helps to protect the planet. If we have, for example, 100 businesses, private businesses in one municipalities, if it's not the same situation if 90% thinks green or nobody thinks green. It was one people who started to think green. Maybe it was fun for the others, but day by day, month by month, decade by decade, more and more people use that theories, agree with it, and starts to think green. Of course, green thinking creates new job and supports that economy. People can work in clean energy, recycling, ecosystem, and many others green fields. We need more and more workplace, of course, but let's create it in a harmony of the nature and green economy. Green businesses reduce waste and pollution. It makes our air, water, and land more health. Green businesses helps us to fight against climate change. Climate change is the big open issue, and I eliminate it at all from this lecture. I think you are agree because it's very big open issue. Maybe for the several lectures more than one. And green businesses builds a better future for young people, of course, and a lot of countries that support green businesses become stronger and more competitive. If we are looking for the world map, the best effects of the green thinking and green results we have in the strong countries. Weak countries have no capacities to think green at all, but we can help our country if we think green in the way we are in capacity. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to think some your impressions, to think what do you think about this, let's say, segments, elements, or whatever of this lecture, and do you find that can be used in some moments you would like to organize your small business? Showtime, please. Floor is yours. We have 75 participants. Please.
Let me be first. First of all,
Nicola, thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, I wanted to mention that really fall in love with your categories, which mentioned like which we can use for simple actions to make our future more sustainable, like reduce, reuse, and recycle. Second one that you have mentioned, like after the selection, which business I would like to start, a startup or just a small business by my own. So personally, I would like to choose something like I took this idea from Belgium, and it's a really cool one as you can sell a plastic bag for plastic. You can use an refuse bag for biological waste and something like that. Then your company will take those wastes and uh, recycle or something like that. Of course, your city, government, the city, and some administration will help you with funds. So personally, as for me, it's interesting idea to try in my country.
Thank you. Anybody else, please? Isidora?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
Definitely when it comes to green businesses, as you mentioned before, there's a big problem with greenwash businesses, businesses that pretend to be green, especially in tourism, considering I study tourism and I want to work in tourism. My idea for like a future business, not a startup, is a green tour guiding business. So people who come and visit Montenegro they can have the best experience of Montenegro. And a true experience of Montenegro, considering since 1991, Montenegro is an ecological country. And I, as someone who works in tourism, want to represent that in the best way possible. So there's a lot of to be done, especially in our region of the world, considering if we want to recycle, we need to have more and specialized facilities for that, but we don't even have good enough facilities for, let's say, the regular trash or the regular things that we throw
Yeah.
away. For
Thank you.
sustainability, there has not been done.
Please continue. Please continue.
Yeah, that's all. I just have some connectivity issues.
Okay. You are from Montenegro. Which city?
I currently study in and live in the city of Kotor,
Kotor. Okay. Where are you from?
Danilovgrad.
From Danilograd. Yeah. The big question for Montenegro, if you want to think greens as an owner of the small business, it's the big challenge. The biggest challenge is how to think green in the city of Budva or some other city which are not think green.
Yeah.
You have that paragraph in your main documents that Montenegro is ecological countries with 5 national parks, a lot of areas, big lakes, lot of mountains, nice sea coast. But you have herbicide, let's say, in Budva. I know that place very good from the Miločer, Rafailović to Herceg Novi, to the Kotor Bay, and it's a really big challenge to think green and to share that philosophy to your customers from English, from France, from that you are really green company, but how to be green in a dark tunnel.
Exactly.
But we need ones or two who will start talk and improve that philosophy. You agree?
Yes, I do agree. We need, let's use this phrase, like a spark to start a fire. I know not the best
Yeah.
considering our summer this year, but something needs to start and someone needs to get things going. Because if we are sitting here and saying, "Oh, we need to do this and that," but we don't do anything,
Yeah.
nothing will happen. It won't fall from the sky.
Yeah. We need action. Thank you very much. Anybody else?
I didn't want to interrupt or like j jump in first because I feel like I already talked quite a bit, but I just wanted to quickly note that I do agree with all the points that you have brought up throughout the lecture, and I feel it has helped me personally kind of look at the greater picture of our relation between communities and natural environments. For example, it is really impossible to completely eliminate human imprint on nature, but we can mitigate it in ways that could still benefit our communities, as you said, create job opportunities for those who participate in green actions, kind of motivate people to think in ways that benefit them and the environment, like you have noted your Glovo example of motivating delivery people to utilize bicycles. That is good for sort of mitigating emissions for these sorts of actions, like car emissions, but also good for their health. So that way we combine the human element and the natural element, and that way we can benefit everyone in the system. So I feel it was very interesting, and the billiard theory helped me understand the relation between society and the natural environment, and I feel that's very interesting. And I believe businesses should try their best to incorporate these sort of mechanics even on a smaller scale. So yes, thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much. I saw one raised hand. Irina or somebody, please.
I just wrote my opinion in chat, so you can read that out.
Yeah, please.
Well, I said that it can definitely, so talking on the entire topic of green businesses and environmental protection, it can definitely be used in our future practices. And it's something that should be mandatory for everyone, as our environment has progressively been getting worse as our urbanism has been progressing over the years. Even regardless of businesses, every individual should strive to minimize air pollution or nature pollution and alike, as the future generations will have even more environmental issues and problems than we currently do. And it's not a unknown fact that nowadays we're struggling with things like global warming due to excessive pollution and the like. So I think that for future generations, I don't know, maybe 10, 20, maybe 50 years in the future, there will be more natural catastrophes and just overall problems.
Thank you. I saw Rama's hand. Am I right? You told that you think it must be obligated for everyone. In corporate social responsibility, we have two segments. We have mandatory and faculty mandatory. Mandatory activities and the other activities secondary. And we have a lot of situations that we do not do anything on the field of mandatory, but we do a lot of that about secondary segments. We are not obligated. We helped a lot of the sports club to give some money for ecology, but at the same time, we do not pay our workers month by month. So we need new rules book, and we need to start from the beginning. Milrad raised his hand, please. Am I right?
No.
Please take action. Okay, if there nobody for tell us something at the end of this lecture, it's 5 to 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. Thank you very much. It was very big challenge for me to talk about these topics for 2 hours and to make a connection and to make you more brave to think about that and to feel that you have enough capacity to do some first step or to talk to another person about that capacity and about doing first step. There is no big conclusion. We are in, I think that you agree, we are in situation that we are obligated to start to do something, not to write, not to talk about that. The earth has a lot of problems. Climate change is the big problem. We have a lot of waste every day, but let's see what's going on in our garage, in our business, in our factories, in our classrooms, and in for me, I need to see what's going on in my classroom to talk about that with my students, with my colleagues, and to share some positive practice. If Starbucks or Globus experience can be useful for you and good facts, good case studies, I'm very satisfied. Why I mentioned Starbucks and Glovo? Because it's big corporates and their image is not good when we are talking about greens, about futures. But they really think or they thought in one moment what to do to improve their green image and to do effects. We will see what in the first position, profit or image, or the both at the same time is best balance that we are thinking about both things, but we need to be open mind to think about this and to start a first big step. The big is the first is the bigger. Thank you very much. If you have something to say, we have time. Thank you
Thank you very much for your lecture.
very much.
Thank
And
you.
I,
That was very
Thank you
interesting.
very much for your lecture.
Thank
I
you.
think
Thank you. It was very interesting.
I can hardly wait to final conference, to final moment of this project to see you live, or please, our coordinator, you will find my email and our coordinator will send my email. You can find me of the ResearchGate, and if you want to my core field of interesting is the economics of tourism and this human sustainable development in tourism in economy. So I have some books and some papers on my ResearchGate. So please see what's going on there if you are interested. Thank you very much one more time. It was my really pleasure.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hvala, prijatno.
Hvala.
Bye.
Hvala, prijatno.